Today we are experiencing the future of flight. We're with Sandy. Sandy, what is the future of flight?
The Future of Flight is an aviation center that's full of all kinds of really fun, hands-on, interactive exhibits, and it is also where the world-renowned Boeing tour begins and ends.
What kind of things would an average person experience when they come here? It seems like there's a lot going on, a lot to do, a lot to see.
Well, there is a lot to see, and it takes probably a couple of hours to see it, depending on how interested you are in aviation parts and pieces. We have everything from engines and tails to cockpits and flight decks to a program that helps you design your own aircraft and walk away with a free print.
And there's actually a ride, a simulator too, so that's kind of fun.
Oh, way exciting.
How long has the Future of Flight been here in Mukilteo?
Since 2005.
Okay.
Late 2005 we
Okay.
opened.
And this was a joint effort between Boeing. Actually explain that because it's kind of interesting.
The Future of Flight building is owned by Snohomish County, and it's on Payne Field Airport, which is Snohomish County's airport property. And it's a partnership between the Future of Flight Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit, and the Boeing Company, who has an agreement to be in this building and operate tours from here for about 25 years.
Well, I'm really excited to be here. Okay, you're going to show us a few things. Walk
I
us through a
am.
few of the exhibits?
Yeah, let's get down there right now.
All right, let's go. So Sandy, there's a lot of impressive stuff here, but this is probably one of the most impressive pieces. What is this?
Well, this is actually a GE90 engine. This is a jet engine that goes on the 777 airplane, and it's the largest jet engine in the world.
I think when you're sitting on an airplane, you think, wow, that's a big engine. But until you're standing next to one, you really get to see the scope of these things.
Yeah.
This is huge.
The engine is so large in diameter that the fuselage of the original 737 could actually fit inside.
Oh
That's how large it is.
Oh
It's
my
hard to imagine when you're looking at it on an airplane, but it is absolutely huge. And remember, it has to get the 777 and all its fuel and all of its passengers and the whole body of the airplane up and off the ground with just 2 engines. Now, if we turned it on, it would suck all the air out of here in 3 seconds.
This whole building?
Yeah, but we promise not to do it.
Okay, good. Okay, so if you thought the engine was impressive, they have something else here at the Future of Flight that really puts the size of these aircraft in perspective. What is this, Sandy?
This is the tail, or what we call the vertical fin, of a 747-100, which is the smallest 747 that the Boeing Company builds. And what's really cool about it is that when you're in the factory looking down on those airplanes, they look teeny. And when you come back in here, you get to come up to it, feel it, touch it, and actually see the scale and the size of this piece. And just imagine if this is the teeniest piece on the airplane,
How big it really is.
How big it is and how much thrust and stuff it takes to get it off the ground. So you got the people, the luggage, the fuel, the cargo, and all the airplane pieces and the engines, and they all got to get off the ground. Amazing.
I'm not going to try and figure it out.
Magic.
So Sandy, this has got to be probably one of the coolest exhibits, I would think for the kids especially.
Oh, it is. It's one of the lowest tech exhibits that we have in the whole place, and yet it's one of the most popular because you can really get your hands on and you can pretend like you're a pilot.
Yeah.
You know, the new flight decks don't have all these dials and switches anymore. They're all digital, and they even have a heads-up display for the pilots so they can see what they're doing, like right on the windshield. So, you know, this lets you get in and actually see what pilots might have been experiencing.
And this is a cockpit from a 727, you said?
A Boeing 727.
Yeah.
Right.
Lots of fun, lots of
Yeah.
fun. So you were saying that there's all kinds of other things to do here at Payne Field regarding aviation. Rattle some of those off for us.
We have many attractions, so not just the Future of Flight and Boeing tour, but Paul Allen's Flying Heritage Collection, Historic Flight Museum, Museum of Flight has a restoration center. So you could just come here, spend an entire day or a weekend and just completely immerse yourself in everything from the past to the present to the future of flight.
Great. And Future of Flight, tell us your website where we can get more information.
Futureofflight.org. We're open 7 days a week, 362 days a year, 8:30 in the morning to 5:30 in the afternoon, right here in Mukilteo.
Get your Boeing tickets right here. I think it's time to take off. How
You
do we
ready?
do this? Yeah.
Cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for
All right.
takeoff.
Power
All right.
and pull back on the yoke.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo!
Hi, I'm Ed Schmidt. I'm at Glass Mountain Studios. And coming up next, we're going to have Deb Slater come in and try her hand at blowing some glass and putting that hot air to good use.